OKFM 101.7.
Ora Solomon Nkansah, a former communications officer at the Emma NDC American. Pasolo.
Yeah, me ya kwa me apomo.
Boko na so
Yeah, me adum.
Na ukwo say you ko Ghana ye hwe ba bia ye hu.
Oh, me wo. Ehun de. Odi kan me fa akonya dina me ntia what if na won so awo show Facebook. Amanye samna adon hwemu a odu baby a na akoda reserve reserve on to the football the reserve na where you video na obehu park no bia be set bench but amanya someday a konchen a na enim nyansa ebenya problem enti essential like to the apple o say apple no empunano no dofu enti wo okodo a asantfo kan da yen kan da hiama ubotuma akopo akotenam bia ba beton a obi antumi nya ohwe na mom se okopo na epofawo a obi asonte nti obehia se edo ho behye opofo hininsa se do be ya okopo obi be hu se okọ nti asem ni awu enti wo aman yoku mu a na se undi banwa onye leader biomo onye se opre ho na wo ye se wo ye dia won kaseye Kwame Satumati. Hello Kwame.
Me wo mi tse o papa
Inti se party no ma me adwuma da me ya me kokoye 2020 election so Mami doctor na obai no katanya iskado no. Professor Dr. Grace Sudankwa.
Aha.
Na me kan campaign team o pa. Ye na ye tu gata okoye nyoma bebre no.
Mutu ni say e kwa ba mfa tutu no. Nyo na da su di na MP.
Sir, ye wo court.
Oh, neti we ebe ye ni.
Kwame. Dama ekano. Ghana hano. Odu Collins Ada ne do a obekọ court. Odu Ajima Sutnika obekọ leave.
Wa masa. Brother. Father. Me bo. Dem wo de utobo. Me bo mpacho. Papa penimu wa gaza wo fa no. Wo say Ajima Sputnik. Oh. The ba nya fine.
Teacher our mental health level.
Are wo say bra no wa bre. Oh, nya mental health bia.
No, you no catch am now there. Abra all tired na only good mental state of mind. Eti ma based on koron question adwemu.
Hey.
Na obi ye adwuma bi tia. Aso say what ne call. Asem dibia no. What on call down the no. O share Sputnik na o share Sagremia. Ni mu hindi na o share yebo bi na baso. Na yetin obi. But why say Tisia Kasa Jumano na meantime ye sanse nyame aduma bebeye communication officer nkofo bebre medi won bam ma same primo a no so oye juma yes ye techina Jacob back to baby I want them up I'm started as a youth organizer constituency region and then national my youth and propaganda the man I'm there to pray yo into semefi communication wa me free set
na ayi mame musawa de wo e de be pa because MP NDC mu no na nkrofo hwese anya bia no ye be ma wo post bi school is wako bi kama ye be ma post bi na nka wo mu kura ye du afa wo mo ehwe wo ye politics no ehun se seni wo mo se nu kura nti na se wa akotran ba bia wo dwen wo ho no ejedura no me na anya obi abaako bia na ne wo de ahwe hafa
kwame ehun se times and season classes wa
bibia woni bre
me majuma maye no NDC mu no
okayfm
manya board bi ado answer but onu so ye another example for others to know the oko politics mo nye post nkwa na wadba mo a obama ehu
enye post nkwa na ye be ma wa wo ye ma obi anankeye Fred Agbanyo ye ma ne bi anankeye kwa kubu ahe woni nam ho saa kun
NDC no yam peme
oh okay
NDC yam guye ye basamba
oh okay
my lessons well learned by leadership everyone office after 2016 no that time ye lead the party no such as ya and everyone party din kunima ba after 2016 Uncle Yembeshe baby. MPP, Samuel Oku, Minia Samuel Oku. No MPP 2008 war. When your baby answer. Or is Juma 2012 wedding Kugo. Or trust year Juma 2016 wedding Kunim. Or trust year Juma. Oh, I'll call a NYUP Botama. As I saw about this hour, Samuel Oto. Say what? Inti ayanka kaka na politics da ma ka chono se wo man yekum na anim nyansa when you baby akobebi na abato no what ko party mu na okoto aba na di nkugu a
bebe na sami wano what is sabi okuna friend sami loto
boss
na what tie ai na we NDC boss na loto abeso odin so
NDC o sami photo
ana we see sami loto
yeah enti kwame nyame se yanka no me
but ai wo hia wo nua sami a ana okosa na ya da na se wo ne atwa loto ni se wo ba ye na first week na 90 boy all mine na boy ya chepa sami pa ye na 90 boy let's agro ni be ko yi
ana agro but on a more serious note na some kind of day or yeah challenger the future victory of NDC no or the baba NDC no because we share the reward MPP ayama womba bruna NDC ba na yantum yan sustain the marina ade obesi NDC no nyagro enti NDC sun yade mbabru ni shasi o so asha when for time na MPP youth ni be brain opportunity enti NDC buy atamas ma youth no be opportunity no na akufo ado so buy no so wa buy no more than enti the next NDC government no job bano also will be forced to reward a lot of the youth. Now, that
I mami musawade observation ni bi say youth na na mo wo presame so ho no say na you all been pushed to the corridors of power. Agro ndabre mu ye afiri mu kura ne sa.
Onya no kwal.
Sa ho.
Onya no kwal stand there. President Mamo ya atamas recruit.
Okanwehu.
Ono ya chief recruiter.
I like that word.
Ono na atamas fan running mate. Ataza. 2 yado ya nwa ye ndi echi. Party mu atam. What can our party office? Ataza. Inti say wo problem wo party mu a. Group dynamics better on there. Ubiana and most oil and alley. SMPP, can the Japan back come up a beer one in a war? NDC man, yeah, discipline based party.
eti obisi party ya the dom na ye eti current expulsions no koku anyidogo ye no ye atubiga woko yiti mensan is also on the line would you say that kwem
Sankama ya national executive nelbi tamdamwan and kamachina margin because ebu na meeting na nsem okoso no
okay
nincheche mu no metu machro pa batisi ala minniwo na wobo nkura na wosi gina ya wosi no enti mi ya no a onyeye senwa because wa no wa wati jano no woni mosi a okay ba me din say uko political market wa NDC na MPP yenya ya ton ya de o na Ghana electorate no wa dey wato enti kwan NDC for yedi yanyama bako na kwan e bobo hu dewuro no na nkofo no be hwe ya hudi ya wontew ya kasa kwan na yanyama ye na odi ato ya de anti danyina no me catch NDC there ye dia ye pa onya dia Ghana for the to me be my or the ye magana for pe and ja bringing na yenya dia Ghana for pe because NDC baby abedru no on trusenya nkopon di bibi fufuro bi beba Ghana ye NDC MPP ni ebe otini na say yehwe ye hu say ye wodom ye korale animpa banti wato aba ye benin dia ono ye di agoro because there is a population or a percentage of voters be and one will change the government. MPP or obey, NDC or obey. Now, Kwame, the other your crumple politics man may good one may MPP could have 5 polling station executives. NDC could have 9. Kwame, how can MPP defeat NDC?
Uh-huh.
2. Regions are Ghana. Yeah, election. MPP will rely on 2. Since you know what they have for region, I become 3.
Uh-huh.
Here was 16 regions. How can MPP win if NDC were to be doing the right thing? And it is not about satisfying our egos. It's not about praising ourselves. It's about working to the expectation and admiration of the ordinary Ghanaian. And now, Amambu, Onye Dampo, Ejinechira Mupa, Kotanawa, no I. No mom, you are the one who said, not Casa the Mabunda Uwaye. So be the other, Nakasa Bebe, the Bonda Uwaye. In terms of communication, you mumpa, Okamia Kosimbia. You are non-verbal and verbal. Now, say the non-verbal, or also verbal. Another one.
Yes.
And sometimes actions. Sometimes justice, Nanyama Binyadi, Obwapa, because the cat never be an unconfession there. Mark Akanya, some can be our higher. No, Abadi will work of you. And sometimes the NDC must also pause and steady the situation. Moving from our support base to voting has been the greatest challenge of NDC. NDC has a problem in your communication because they are a multi-ethnic group. But how come they actually the park 2020 elections? About the NDC so far turn out for young strongholds, with the exception of Father Savannah or some other areas. That must be. So you don't necessarily over-rely on communication and other tools, but you look into the party. We need a lot of reconciliations, a lot of one-on-one discussions. Because Nipa won't say any more one. And around this time, ya dinkugo no or say NDC for yesana se pam yem serious search among ourselves because MPP for I think say we study the NDC's behavioral pattern yes soon ya pan into I like a press your keyboard call no I could to ABF yaba I want to car this use no na your fucking engine on ye and we also have to sit down and I'll tell you in the average NDC frontline politician is responding to NDC support based actions than responding to Ghanaian needs. The WhatsApp platform and then some cacao on here and WhatsApp platform was 265 branch bia ni Ghana hanma on 265 unless some extreme ones be another and just so platform na boys na why platform no pride what the nama now be someone there do we even understand those communication gadgets and the other things are all my setback because NDC 92 96 2000 MPP before 2000 election no 39%, 39 point something percent. After Greater Alliance in 1996 Okwame. But when Kufuor decided to merge with those smaller parties, Okofam Kofu over election, Greater Alliance Freddie Blay, Kojama, Lonyi, a lawyer Abaka, Otumuni. Areas in Western region, MPP ni NDC. When you make sure what the mass is there is a man there. No. Apart from Bua, our best stabilized and our full labor. Evaluation has become a swing constituency between NDC and MPP. In the past, MPP were not there. And we also have to sit down as a political party. Forget about our egos. You see, and continue. God goes to where there's discipline. But discipline is not about only sacking people. Discipline is about adhering to principles, set objectives, and goals. Now, I am the man. And I know the current leadership, they have moved to a certain limit. There's more room for improvement. But young reorganization, when it kicks
okayfm,
the NDC for all the associations. Yeah, one new panel. Or you know what about for our NDC? You see that lawyer, dedicated and committed. The man here by saying, "Oh, you're non-negotiable in the scheme of political party management." Two, is he knowledgeable? And when we talk about knowledgeability, only the knowledgeability of university acquisition type, no, politically active and knowledgeable about this environment and the needs. Third, is that person self-discipline generally accepted? Kwame Chewune too, one will be I am this nipa. But what's the chrome one man? On Kwan's in Puaban one to more. The Koya branch election, the Kofanas, branch chairman, branch secretary. Forget about the party. You must pick persons who are available and reliable. Available and reliable. Obi or NDC ni pa, but on reliable. Because all management NDC or management. Obi NDC ni, or Nkansah or management, new chrome on your chairman. Enjoy to cry or the partner to cry. Kid or Banton or the Abba. Only available. You don't hand over the branch management to that person. Above all, the mini panel na akoko. What is his relationship? His personal relationship, his attributes within the community. Kofa Korinkeni, Koya branch executive, Abazin Nebenya. Auntie, we must set a Timmy from NDC there. Say, what Bibi Papa be a pa within Yani a reorganization. Yeah. Then, Yanko branch, Yanko a veteran. If NDC vet branch executive aspirant, I want you to the materials we have going into election because they out of them a pooling agent and what have you. You cannot have branch executive and go and procure pooling agent from somewhere. In most cases, never kokrobi do never come a papa no a chairman, never be no a women's organizer, never a women's organizer, never no a youth. Everyone man no fast, no your organizer. Into one house, every commerce you not to feel with. So we have to look at that. Only Yamabia or provoke a base war moving into voting. No, a month for the IOD. And on a thing. No, I think. I will friend this about one financial. About 2 months and one koto. So you will be a strong party at the base. But there's another thing our first NDC gradually will be dealing with. We call it voter entrapment. I mean, I'm bluffing. Voter entrapment in there, Ghana, the 5 northern regions, usually, voter regions, central, part of western. And then Bono is part of Bono. And I hear internal migration. Abofoba no wonya wie DSS awenya SSan kona. No afan bag no olo konkan. Olo kokumasi. Kwame mewa.
Ai.
Enti da mon kofo no. Se owo selimu na adobre so ase ha. No olo move abedi pa. And so I register with Selma. No, but the power Hana Batum Breswa. I mean, I should honor Benis Kako or Kotwaba. Auntie, honestly, another challenger. NDC face. On 2016. Yenya a gap of 1.5 million voter. Now, people vote you. We're 20 almost a 1 million votes. Like in a 1 year, voters now one migrate if one registered base. Name that Ghana Yana election. So register one place. Nako baby Sinako register Bumala. You'll be arrested or you'll be deleted. And until the time you bring a strategy to track, identify and integrate our voters, support base, winning election will be a difficulty because the MPP has a bulk support base in Ashanti Eastern. Eastern for what no abaka. Going back to their base in Eastern to vote is not a difficulty. Ashanti vote to Kwanko baby I'll to Ashanti Mwako. And baby they will mobilize themselves and go back. But when it comes to NDC, our a different nature of ethnic groups now to Oma Yuntum them simple identification and mobilization. But I tell you, going into 2024, meeting China these are part of the stadium to help my party recapture power. Now, Kwame, what grass of what of you sending them? And the in the end, you must think about your family, your friends, your association, and your society. In Germany, NDC, me feel I'm the NDC cow, and NDC not the cow. Me mama na papa wa wo to me din Solomon ya Nkansah. But na me din na what to che mebusiafo na me classmate na my yonkfo. But in the through NDC, baby am na mo Ghana ha bia. Google Solomon Nkansah baba. So NDC a. Nti NDC am bonimpo a or dem me di mani ato. The NDC so why am me. NDC has not hurt anybody, but everybody has hurt NDC. Because NDC is not a platform. No? We don't need to be brothers and sisters before we can work for NDC. We don't need to be friends before we can work for NDC. It means when NDC is not because me for own and I have a lot of disagreement with a lot of things in the party. But I have to create space within my heart to accommodate those things also. Because also, when this name, or on the other, I'm a piano moving. One more, I'm in power, can I pay? But I don't want to promote you, hear me. Until we can agree to disagree. We can sometimes do hot exchanges. But the common denominator of all of us is that we are NDC members. So we must find every reason to coexist. Only idea all the NDC for years. Oh, MPP. Wamambui onye. But the MPP appear disciplined, appear organized, and they may look attractive. If you NDC do not appear organized, united, you may not look attractive in the sight of the Ghanaian voter, who is a critical voter, that floating voter community. And when watching Dawa, what's Shenyama? Until you be the show NDC, oh, Master Bobo wants to bring in the man at Fako. We must always act to attract the floating voter community, or look into ourselves. Work hard and win. Come in the next one there. Such a year be a general registration or Ghana. NDC Odin Kunim, apart from my body a true Najan Koji Fiancé. And the honor Baptist no point a market on there. NDC, yes, so by tre and MPP. But Yen GAB, I quite remember. Young founder, also don't mimic the MPP. Kwame say kind of matter. Hello, Mia.
Me oh, aha.
Maybe to have no time. Come on, tell me that care. Runs national call, Cape Coast.
I was say
MPP.
Was say MPP no. E di ni na asesa. Ba o musu ba ni sesa. Ba no say moto aba ni wi a o assembly obeka kire mo. Sa asem o ka kire man san wo wo.
So okay, no man committee him.
Ah, okay.
And you,
yeah, run the app and patch on now. You quite
run the app.
okayfm.
And in Panama, man, this is tiny today. You cannot disregard NDC and think the NDC will be attractive. And the slogan in the NDC in the anti-Mahama, American power, but not anti-NDC. Now, President Mahama now wabe very popular now. Wabe a tool all the use near the governance serious support for victory. No, you use the victimized, you the marginalized just because you support base lack proper party understanding. And when you have more tag anti-Mahama pair, you are on your way to lose an election in NDC. But you see, when you use the anti-Mahama for people and they become bitter and sit on the fence, what will be the future of the party?
Bitter.
Rather, let us look at what we will do to make NDC brighter.
Okay.
NDC finer. Now ama NDC party no because ni take it or leave it. I wanna why the madin na spoon. The other persons are why how mama chef. But fantifu ya wakase bo friend no chelkum yaw. Kwa me mensa umli kebia it NDC. Ya wo mo maybe okumasi. Na one would di president mama tempa under the Fonka games.
Aye.
Yo, do Ankara. Yo, go, baby. But then, I will be animal to be. I want they will be the first to say there, Auntie Mahama. They will say Auntie NDC. But they have no ground.
Okay.
But I've said this thing because the platform here is so big and well listened. Into Nameka NDC for there. See, your boy NDC won't buy. You don't win election because NDC no be alone.
But Nebo, I'm for out of the view say the candidate Mahama and Kofun now the person of Mahama no, and rather than the focus should be on that personality now.
And the mistake or what am I doing?
Debbie.
I will but me national papa.
Debbie.
Inti say Uba we ask next sister abo braye yenti e beti san odin afri kwame nkroma abadi we busia wo hiema wo gu apaya wo gu bi ma wa inti ndo wo mni there nobody dispute the fact that Mampeni Mama why nimpa kese no fi info no be kese
friend this mu NDC na a man so
that is it. It is NDC now I'm why kese no. If you don't protect the NDC and you think and it is a selfish
but say aye so can we ya obi na o man for so koye on that tangent say what is a party na ye dia and the party should focus on say obi edi me ko bi oba win but you can attest to the fact say the candidate Mahama is a force to record. Marty.
Men can't show be a in Bokobia. But make sure they came there, you or Tira motive or Timopo be at the Bakubiamu. Or be by our bed or Beppe Benedi. In Toronto, whether power or position or did he?
I'm avoiding it.
Fantastic.
Go for it, is the papa.
Party Jinaye Monisu Jinaye. Into the new group no the NDC ye. That let me tell you, every morning, I'm out for struggle to speak on radio and whatever, because the more they speak on radio, the more they maintain their relevance. Yes, an NDC will not win. What will be the benefit to the masses? Atmatia, me the mass me ba the chum because anymore. He had about election. Ebon uncle for us all. I'm na me mama. I'm na me day. You don't need to work for Mama.
Oh, but you should identify yourself with the candidate.
No. That is where the conflict begins. And we don't need that silent conflict. Because say election. No, people not a day. Local elections. Yendru a flag elections. Why do we reject competence over a?
At Obia ni say, Mahame Basa Kakai. Hi.
Mama, they tell me.
Me too.
Mama won 2020. He won. And this is the end to end deliver power. No. Once again, you have back to the story. NDC, nobody deliver power now, Mama. Mama himself cannot deliver power for himself.
Okay.
And so if you don't have the competent and the right people in the helm of affairs, you will be winning and they will snatch it from you.
Hey, Mamino and community. We are one of the persons with the politics we need mupa. Mumma Mcrawford would want to say, and yes, Obia crying not against it. He is coming to contest. Though contest will be available for Mcrawford or passport by flag bearers ama party no. Who can grow for because solely young fanning cobium na papano is a force to reckon. Obet me power, mam.
This is a premature period and a wrong platform.
Oh, okay.
There's something called negotiations. You understand? You want to send you one can radio do. You discover all those who want to contest Mahama, candidate A, who is the best. Then you can stage manage a contest. 2006. One on him then at Tamas Noye, the obvious candidate for NDC. At that time I was a regional youth organizer. But you saw the way NDC organized the contest. Even though now emotions can and after, look at what we did at Nassau. You need the right people at the helm of affairs. Then they come out with the right strategies. Look, Nana Akufo-Addo, no winning power man MPP. MPP no winning power man Akufo-Addo. At the time, Wapam was chairman, Wapam was secretary, Wapam some of the members. They didn't appear divided. And the party, the right people here, and you see, politics on your yes a matter work. Politics on your yes a matter work.
Oh, but me bo, baby, so yes a massa.
And I make sure that on your yes a matter work.
Oh, sir.
Work a yes a matter worker. Kwame, company manager.
okayfm.
Nanito Bodnik. Saturday. On your yes a matter. Ever politics man. We are all serving, we are all leading. And it calls for a tactical leader at all the levels who have been trained to appreciate why they have been made leaders.
Okay.
What about we are? You go around and give them orientation. Show them what they have to do, how they should do it. And
ya to abewie sabre party aba power obi who go priuti nkope baby a so betimi adidi o se afa na me beji orientation me wi ewu
party ba power na kope me beji wi a na ebetina wa na wa sen etu because nkofu na
awo wa baba kon wo
Tio Kwame, it doesn't take anything from you to train people. For practice make man perfect.
No correct.
And if a podcast party is going to look MPP, they are surviving because they are managing their members. I was a mere Okuba who program up on a Shenipa Wogu. He has been empowered to absorb all those shocks.
Oh, ni what ye Same nanu nente omumtwa to say more the do anentabo.
Into Kwame, controversial issue ya may raise you.
And the yan round up na me and come mana na shasi.
Controversial issue may raise you. Dimensions are internal bootlickers and sycophants. Obama. But I want to tell you.
Yeah, what internal bootlickers and sycophants.
Oh, matter. Baby, I knew I did that in you.
okayfm.
Baby, I knew I did that in you. But then, no corner there. Yanko Point Chadino. What was I can NDC? It was there one there war. Nebwa. Ma, Patino. No way again. Na Patino. Ojina Branding. Near Quaconwa. Or the Kunimdia Brand. I don't foresee any much a problem in NDC going forward. But the amount there, a man for to shower. Now, one to mean shower, it's as a result of the main tagging. The quality of discussion with Dino or in Kodo.
Okay.
Me and Jad, them tagging because if we agree to disagree with him and we reach good consensus On no this nkundi babra pa.
Okay, me da say solo enkomo we afa ni ya hyase mana na ya hyase. Enti mo hwe de mo fro imanyim ya. Ai.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, Solomon Nyansafo, Solomon Nkansah, former communications officer. And you're not drinking. Me pa me chow.
OKFM 101.7.